how can we evaluate if a process is capable of producing units of sufficiently good quality using Excel? So suppose we are interested in this example in a measurement that is a height of some steer support. Steer support is a part of a scooter and it has to fit in another part. And in order to fit, it has to have this height of this connecting element. It must be between 79.9 millimeters and 80 millimeters. And suppose these numbers here on the left represent the actual measurements for a total of 25 days, 5 units every day. So we have a total of 125 measurements. And this is, by the way, data that in an earlier video, I used for creating control charts, variable control charts. But this time I want to see if this process is capable, meaning if it can produce units that are of sufficiently good quality. So in order to calculate, to establish this, I will try to calculate capability ratio and capability index and see what they tell me. So before I do the calculation of those ratio or index capabilities, I can calculate the mean or mu, right? The mean will be average of those numbers, right? Average of those numbers, and I get this value. And I will also calculate standard deviation or sigma, right? Also of these numbers, right? And this is my standard deviation. Now, once I have them, I can calculate CP, capability ratio, as equal upper specification limit minus lower specification limit and divided by 6 times the sigma, right? And I can see what this ratio is. Now, this is capability ratio. I can see the process is capable, right? This is at least 1, right? So capable, but not at least 2. So that means not 6 sigma capable, but close, right? Right, and this is what I see this. Now I can also calculate the capability index, and if you remember, capability index looks at 2 parts. It looks at what's the difference between upper specification limit and mu, and I'm actually going to break it down. So I'm going to see upper specification limit minus mu. Maybe we don't need so many digits. Right, something like this. And I will look at mu minus lower specification limit, and that's going to be mu minus lower specification limit. Maybe here we add the digits, right? So you see here the difference between the mean that the process delivers and the upper specification limit, and also the difference between the same mean and the lower specification limit, both calculated as positive values. So the capability CPK, capability index, takes the minimum of those 2 values and divides it by 3 times sigma, right? So I want you to see is that capability index will actually be lower. Let me actually remove some digits here. We don't need to see this with so much precision, right? Maybe one more, right? So again, the same conclusion is valid here, but notice capability index is somewhat more conservative because it takes the smaller of those values, and it happens that mu is slightly above the center, so upper specification, closer to upper specification limit, and therefore this value is smaller, and this is the value that is divided by 3 sigmas, so the capability index is slightly more conservative. It is still much more than 1. The process is capable of producing good quality products, but not 6 sigma capable, right? It does not achieve a value of 2, but I think still there will be quite a very small number of units produced that are defective, right? It's very unlikely for the process, assuming this has something like normal distribution, it's very unlikely that the process will produce something that is outside of those specification limits.